Hello and welcome to this midday market mood check with me Nandita Khemka and my colleague Yatin Mota. The mood is not all that great on the street today given the fact that Fed's hawkish commentary have played spoil sport, and we saw the Dow plunging over 1% in yesterday's session, and we had a rub-off effect on the markets here as well. But the good news is that we've pared some of the losses, opening losses that we saw, and the Sensex has managed to stay above that 60,000 mark. When you talk about the broader markets, mid-cap index is trading just around that green line, so the broader markets are outperforming the benchmarks. If you look at the top sectoral movers, I think Realty and IT are the top losers, but Auto and FMCG packs are holding out. Look at the top Nifty gainers. IndusInd Bank is the top Nifty gainer. CNBC TV 18 has reported that the RBI may extend the CEO Sumant Kathpalia's tenure by 3 years. Remember, the board had already approved his tenure extension in September. Now the RBI is likely to do that. So because of that, the stock is among the top Nifty gainers.
It's in fact the top gainer of the Nifty. And before we start, Nandita, it's happy Women's Day to all of you, all the viewers, and Nandita. It's a very special day, and let's hope in the second half on this occasion the markets turn green.
Will turn into
so I think yes, as Nandita was mentioning, Fed was a spoil sport.
Before you move on to the markets, I want to say all 365 days belong to women. Yatin, it's just one day that you are taking out time to wish us, and I'm really thankful to you for that. But yes, you can continue with your market talk now.
So Nandita, obviously the Fed statements were a spoil sport for the market, but if you look at the indices, they're not very much in the red. It's a shallow decline in the market. Advanced decline ratio is also 1:1. As Nandita was mentioning, IndusInd Bank, that stock is in focus after RBI is looking to extend the current CEO's tenure to 3 years from here on. Obviously, the market expectations were much lower. So, if a 3-year extension comes, that's a positive for the bank. But Adani Group stocks are also in focus because the promoters have prepaid the entire loan against share, debt which was there. With this payment, I think they've prepaid close to $2 billion.
7,000 crores or thereabouts.
And 9,000 before that. So, it's almost a $2 billion kind of a prepayment which they have done for the loan against share arrangement. And yes, all of the Adani Group stocks are trading with positive bias, especially the cash stocks which are up 5% locked in circuit. Another stock, Nandita, I would like to mention is Kirloskar Oil Engine. Reports are suggesting that the Kulkarni family, which was the co-promoter with the Kirloskar family in Kirloskar Oil, they have sold their shares. Obviously, the market has taken this as a very big positive, and the stock is up almost 15% last time I checked after the
it has hit a 5-year high as far as
and it was a fairly large block deal, Nandita.
13% stake.
Almost 2 crore shares to be precise. So let's see how the disclosure really comes post market hours on the exchanges regarding to this block deal. And yes, the market has been doing quite well. Stock specific, HAL, and the other different stocks are
high. Even the sugar pack is pretty active. Sweet gains coming in there because most of these Balrampur Chini, Dwarikesh Sugar, Dhampur Sugar, all of these stocks are up 10 to 15% a piece. In fact, if you look at top Nifty 500 gainers, TCNS Clothing, Balrampur Chini, Adani Total, Adani Transmission, those are among the top gainers. Among the top losers, Macrotech continues to languish. It was down somewhere around 6% when I checked last. PB Fintech was among the losers. Phoenix Mills was also another counter that was down and out. And even Aptus was one stock that was down among the top losers on Nifty 500. Reports are suggesting that Chola Finance is looking to pick up a stake in the company, and because of that, I think it is falling in trade. But as we go ahead in trade, as you mentioned, we may see the Nifty come back into the green, given the fact that we have managed to pare most of the opening losses now. And as I was saying, mid-cap index is already in the green. So we will have to wait and see how the second half pans out. Aside of that, I think there are fears that since the Fed is looking at interest rates, jacking up interest rates to somewhere around 6%, if that happens, UBS has said that Indian stocks will be among the most vulnerable, given the fact that if Fed hikes, even RBI will be forced to hike more. If that happens, interest rates will go up here, and that will mean lower DII participation. If that happens, then that is what we were holding on to till now, even though FIs have turned into sellers, right? So that is one thing that we'll have to wait and watch, given the fact that March 22 is just 2-3 weeks away, and that is when we'll get to know whether the Fed will go in for a 25 basis point or a 50 basis point rate hike. So that is one thing that will be that the market will be watching out for this month.
And Nandita, before we wrap, obviously there are concerns, but between the concerns there are a lot of stocks which are hitting fresh 52-week highs. We have the likes of JSL, PNB Housing, Blue Star, PFC, KEI, IGL, MGL. A lot of stocks hitting fresh 52-week highs. So the momentum really is very stock specific. And yes, there will be action in the markets, but you need to be very specific. Stocks like NCC are also up 5.5%. They opened flat.
Right.
Today, they've announced some order wins. So clearly, the market is slow and steady, but there are stock-specific moves which are coming in. So focus on them rather than looking at the index every day, because yes, the markets are volatile. But stocks are having a lot of opportunities to be very specific.
I also want to mention Bajaj Auto. JP Morgan has come out with an overweight call on the stock, target at 4,400 rupees a share. Given the fact that there were worries over export markets, right, because of weakness in Nigeria. But JP Morgan is saying that there are chances that the stock may see a re-rating this year because of its increased or aggressive focus on EVs. So if that happens, and even then it says that the export weakness may ease off in the second quarter of the coming fiscal. So that is some good news coming in for Bajaj Auto, which saw some bit of weakness, in the last few weeks. So I think we've covered most of the stocks in the market now. With that, I think we'll call it a day. And this is a wrap on this midday market mood check. But for more market action and all your other financial news, keep watching Moneycontrol.